Greetings. This is WB8LCD. My name's Tom. Welcome to the Portage County Amateur Radio Service Incorporated PCARS Thursday night 2-meter net here on the K8IV repeater system. I'll be using the club call K8BF for the net. This repeater system also accepts inputs from Echolink, so I'll be checking for check-ins from around the world, around the corner to around the world here on the Kent repeater. This repeater receiver is located in Sugarbush Knolls, using a PL tone of 118.8 plus Echolink through the K8BF-L Echolink node. I'll be your net control operator this evening. As always, if you have any emergency or priority traffic, you may break into this net at any time. This is a directed net, and all calls will go through net control. You don't have to be a member of PCARS to check in and say hello. Everybody's welcome. PCARS meets the second Monday of each month at 7 p.m. The monthly meeting is held at the American Legion Post 496 in Kent, and the post is located at 1945 Mogador Road. We'll look forward to seeing you there. The PCARS website is located at www.portcars.org. You can find out more information about PCARS on the website. PCARS also has a number of special interest groups that meet at the club site every Tuesday in Ravenna. Check out the latest award-winning newsletter on the club website for all the information on these and other PCARS activities. During the net, I'll take pauses when asking for Echolink check-ins since they have a slight delay in audio. When you check in, please give me your call sign, name, and location. I'll acknowledge each call sign as I get them. Please be aware that the repeater system has a 4-minute timeout, and apparently it's a little bit shorter than that on Echolink. First, I'm going to take Echolink check-ins and only Echolink, and I'm going to call them. I have it up and can call them as I see them. So, to get the net started here, I'm going to go to Daryl, N5VLZ in Little Rock, Arkansas. Good evening, Daryl. How you doing?
All right, let's try this again. K8BF and Ned from N5VLZ, Darrell Little Rock. Oh, not too bad. Got a good financial shock. The property taxes for mine and my late brother's property was half of what I expected. So I was able to take care of them. My sister-in-law is going to reimburse me for all of that next week when she can get over here. For those who are unaware of the government shutdown, no new licenses, upgrades, vanity or sequential calls. You can still get the one-by-one special event calls from ARRL, but you can't even get FRNs. The course site is still open where you can go ahead and, if you have an FRN, to go ahead and pay the $35 fee. But otherwise, you're not going to be able to get it until the shutdown ends. And folks, go to my bio on QRZ, click on the hyperlink for a list of D-Star, D-RADs, and Echolink nets in Excel and PDF format in the 4 U.S. time zones, plus ham radio PDF files. Thanks for doing that, Tom. We'll turn it back to you. This is N5VLZ, Darrell in Little Rock.
All right, Daryl. Well, hey, since you haven't had a weather report, I presume it's all good news out there. Sunny and hot here, and it's going to continue that way for a couple more days, so that's good. All right, great to have you in the net tonight. Next up on the list is Bob, WB8OVQ. Bob, over to you, sir.
Yeah, I like that. The SEC is closed, but you can still send them money. Just enjoying the weather here. I have been rooting out a barn. I'm finding more things I didn't know I had. And Cleveland Hamfest, I enjoyed that. Saw a few of the club members up there. And what else is going on? Gee, that's about it. This is WB8OVQ, back to net.
Hi, Bob. Hey, it was good to see you there, and like you said, quite a few of PCARS members were at the Hamfest, the Cleveland Hamfest, so it was a good time there. All right, and I am going sequentially down the list here, so that's going to bring me to Gary, WB2RPW in Eatontown, New Jersey. Good evening, Gary.
WB2RPW, Gary in Eatontown, New Jersey. Very good evening to everybody on the net. Good evening, Tom. Thanks for taking the net. Not much going on. We're doing a little bit of physical therapy and then getting ready for the California QSO party this weekend. Get some CW points, so we're looking forward to that and help you guys out. But other than that, we've been pretty good, and I think it topped out about 63 degrees over here today. A little cool, but not bad. Okay, WB2RPW, back to net.
Hi, Gary. Hey, good to hear from you. Appreciate you checking in here tonight. Going down the list here, next up is Tim, W8HFZ. Tim, good evening.
Well, good evening, Tom. K8BF in the net from W8HFZ. Good to hear everybody on this evening. This is Tim, located in Uniontown also. And not a lot to put out there this evening. I also enjoyed the Cleveland Ham Fest, and it was good to see you, Tom, and some other people that I ran into. And when I got home from school bus driving today, I finally cut the yard, which had been in hiatus since it's been so dry. Hopefully the temperatures are going to start to moderate and we'll get some rain. So with that, I'll say 73 and turn it back over to you, Tom. K8BF in the net, W8HFZ, 73.
All right, Tim. Hey, appreciate you checking in here tonight. And my daughter Jenny is over in the easy chair over here, saying that her mother was a bus driver too, my wife, but she's retired now. So good to know. All right, and next up on my list, in sequential order again, Karen, who's usually right behind Bob, is a little further down the list here tonight. So Karen, WD8BIW, over to you.
Hi, this is Karen, WD8BIW in Uniontown. Yeah, I was up here reading a book and wasting the time. Bob came up to tell me to check in, and everybody else got in before I even got in there. They were all quick with their fingers there. Just want to say hi to everybody, and yeah, I enjoyed the Ham Fest also. It was pretty good. I thought it was nice seeing everybody. The weather was gorgeous, and this weekend's supposed to be really nice also. I'm very disappointed that the Guardians lost their game today, but they went pretty far, so they played really well, and so we're going to be proud of them. And that's about all I have. I'm back to the net.
Hey, Karen. Well, I can imagine that you aren't alone in feeling bad about the Guardians losing this afternoon. There's probably a whole bunch of us feeling that way. But at least they put on a good show, and it was a good season. So we got to experience some excitement and some good things come out of it. Well, I won't say anything about football because I don't know anything about it, so I won't make any comments there. All right. Well, good to hear you on the net here tonight, Karen. Thank you for checking in. Next up is Alpha Kilo 6, Nancy Sierra. Ray, good evening. How are you, sir?
Good evening to Tom and Nanette. It's Ray out here in Auburn, California. It's been raining all day long, which is kind of a drag, but we haven't had a lot of rain out here since May, so I guess that's all a good thing. I'm glad the Echolink is working much better tonight compared to last week. That was pretty much a disaster. And, of course, the California QSO party is this weekend, so I'm hoping to hear from you all folks out here on the West Coast. So that's all for me at the moment. So, Tom, back to you in the net. AK6NS.
All right, Ray. Well, hey, we appreciate you checking in from, was that Holland, California? You can respond in the text box if you want to. I just want to make sure I got that right. And I know that there will be a crew out at the PCARS club site working the QSO party. So if you're on the air, maybe we'll have you in our log. So appreciate you checking in here tonight. Next up, and still on Echolink, we've got a pretty good crew here tonight. Sean, K8RIQ, over to you.
Hello everyone, this is Sean, Kilo Echo 8, Romeo India, Quebec, calling from Ravenna. Not too much today, ran down to Salem, got some stuff from the family, tried some APRS, really didn't get any hits today, and then I jumped on 2 meter simplex, pretty quiet, so I don't know if I just missed people before they're getting off of work or not. Other than that, not too much to report, and back to you, out.
Right, well hey, some days not a lot going on is a good day. I, on the other hand, have been pretty well slammed this week with business and just things going on. So it's been a long week already, and I got one more day to get through. But appreciate you being out there, Sean, and good to hear you. Look for you on Saturday, maybe morning, over at the club site. All right, that takes us to the end of who's on Echolink at the moment. And next up, I'll be asking for local RF check-ins that have announcements or news for the net. So if you're a PCARS officer or just anyone that has news for us, please call K8BF now.
For Victor Zulu, Mike from Manuel.
Okay, Kilo Papa 4 Zulu Mike from Manaway, go ahead.
You always get it wrong. Kilo Papa 4 Victor Zulu. He always tell me the next time he'll get it right. Hey, I just want to remind everybody that Saturday and Sunday we have the California QSO. It started at noon, but we're asking everybody to arrive between 10 and 11 so we can go over the rules. Remember, for the last 2-3 years, we have got the first place, and we want to continue winning. Back to you, Net Control. This is Kilo Papa 4, Victor Zulu.
All right there, Mike. I apologize. I was just talking too fast. KP4 Victor Zulu. Appreciate you checking in and chatting it up on the California QSO party. I think we did pretty well in the last year, and probably looking forward to doing pretty well again. So appreciate the update on that. In the interim here, we've had another check-in on Echolink, so I'm going to call Tim, W8GPN. Tim, go ahead and check into the PCARS net.
Whiskey Golf Papa November to K8BF. Good evening, everybody. I'm just going to check in and check out real quick. Been busy, as usual, running around, and that's about it for me. Hope everybody has a good evening. Back to net. Whiskey 8 Golf Papa November 73.
All right. Well, thank you, Tim, and you finally timed out there. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Like I said, I know that feeling of just being beat here today. But anyhow, I've got KD8LIR in the shack here with me, so I'm going to let her make her check-in and get that out of the way, and then we can work on the rest of the list here. So KD8LIR, over to you.
Everyone on the net, this is KD8LIR, and everyone have a good weekend, and please say hi to me on the net, including my dad.
All right, thank you, Jenny, and hello, Jenny. Okay, this is Tom, WB8LCD. I'm net control operator for the PCARS Thursday night 2-meter net here, just to get all the proper identifications in. And, that was the easy part of the net. They all show up on a screen or, sitting next to me, and there's no conflict about anything. But now I've got to turn it out there and say, who wants to be next? Give a call here, and try to pick the calls out of all the noise. So if you would like to be the next check-in to the PCARS net, please call K8BF now.
BF, this is Whiskey 8 Portable.
All right. Well, just as I said, it was a conflict there, but the portable station, please come back to me.
BF, Whiskey 8, Papa Tango, W8PT Portable.
Whiskey 8, Papa Tango Portable. Wow, that's a new one. Hey, good to hear you, Chuck. You want to go ahead with your comments?
K8BF, Whiskey 8, Papa Tango Portable in Manaway. I'm here at KP4VZ's QTH, and we're sitting in this shack. So just wanted to say, hey, he's already made the announcement for the California QSO party this weekend, hoping to see quite a few people come through. And hopefully we'll have some CW operators also. That we've been coming in first in the U.S. For a few years now, and we'd like to continue that. So anyway, back to net. This is Whiskey 8 Papa Tango Portable, signing off.
Hey, Chuck. Well, hey, it was good to hear you. If you guys haven't been listening to the whole net here, it has been announced. Gary from Eatontown, New Jersey, is promising to be on the air, getting some CW points for the team, and that's going to be at the PCARS club site. The contest runs from noon on Saturday to 6 p.m. on Sunday, although they're asking you to show up at the club site a little bit earlier than that, somewhere between 10 and 11, to go over all the rules, make sure everybody's set up. In addition to that, there will be a VE session at the club site this weekend, 10 a.m. to noon. If you are going to make that, drop an email off to Parky and let him know that you're going to be there. And hopefully the two groups can avoid each other. Coming up on October 13th is the PCARS meeting. That's the second Monday of the month. And the topic for that meeting is going to be amateur radio astronomy. That could be interesting, so I hope you'll come out for that. And then just one other thing that I want to make as a added announcement here. I'm going to change the PCARS calendar. I don't know if I have the authority to do that, but on the date that's listed for Net Night, the fourth Thursday, which is the date we normally do it, I'm going to be out of town. So I'm moving it to the following week for October 2025. Net Night at the club site will be on Thursday, October 30th, the day before Halloween. And I am going to have some special things going on, so I hope you'll come on out for that Net Night at the club site. All right, who would like to be the next check-in? Please call K8BF now.
Whiskey 8, Golf Papa November. I'm double checking because I don't know if the Echolink works.
W8GPN. Yeah, we got your check-in via Echolink, and basically you just had an issue with turning it off. So we did get you in there, and if you got something you'd like to add, go ahead, Tim.
Nothing really. It's just, I don't know, I was hitting the buttons on my cell phone and everything for the Echolink, and nothing was working. So, anyway, I went upstairs on my camp shack, and that radio kind of wasn't connected real good either, so I'm on my handheld now. So I'll let everybody go 73.
Hi, Tim. Hey, thanks for the update. And, yep, you're off Echolink in good shape. All right, next check-in, please call K8BF.
K8TOA, Greg in Bainbridge.
K8TOA, Greg, we've got you there from Bainbridge, so you must not be mobile tonight, but since I've already flipped the way I'm doing this, why don't you go ahead with your comments right now?
Okay, thank you, Tom. Thanks for picking up the net. Doing a great job as usual. Disappointing about the Indians, but oh well. And let's see what else is happening. I look forward to seeing everybody, including Chuck, up there Saturday at the club site. Not just for the California QSO, but for the testing. So hopefully we'll see everybody up there over the weekend. So with that being said, 73s, enjoy the rest of the week, everybody, and the nice weather. So, all right, be safe, have fun. K8BF, K8TOA.
All right, Greg, hey, before I let you go, would you like to say hi to Jenny?
Apologize, that's right, I forgot to say hi to Jenny. Hi, Jenny. All right, I'm out of here. Take care, Tom. Bye.
All right, thank you, Greg. She was getting a little squirmy in the chair there, but till we took care of that, so appreciate it. All right, next check-in, please call K8BF.
KD9ZDY, this is Steve in Kent.
KD9ZDY, Steve from Kent. Good evening. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, thank you, Tom, and hello, Jenny, before I forget. Hope you're doing okay. Just enjoying the nice weather like everybody else. I actually went to Stoddard's this afternoon and got Stoddard's in Stowe and got an ice cream cone. It seems a little bit late in the year for that, but it was about 80 degrees today, so that was nice. Good luck to everybody who's going to be participating in the California QSO party. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it. I'll be down in Columbus this weekend, but good luck to everybody who's participating, and thanks for representing the club. Okay, I'll send it back to you, Tom.
All right, Steve. Hey, good to hear you on the net here. Jenny says thank you, and she gets a kick out of that. So, anyhow, and I'm glad you commented on the temperatures being in the lower 80s here. It's been nice, and I could take this till about next to April, and then just revert to the typical weather that we have for that time of year. But I know that's not going to happen. So here I am. All right, who would like to be the next check-in? Please call K8BF now.
KD8BFA, Jan in Ravenna.
KD8 Delta Foxtrot Alpha. Did I get that right, Jan?
No, Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Fox Alpha.
Okay, well, that wasn't too bad, and they were on confusing letters anyhow. Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Foxtrot Alpha. Go ahead with your comments, Jan.
Just checking in and figured I'd just give a shout out and say hi to everybody out there, and then I'll just pass the mic over to KD8OBA.
All right, well, thank you, and over to you, Ken.
It's KD8OBA in Ravenna. Yeah, I just sitting here next to Jan, and I got to be careful what I say because I'm within arm's reach. So everybody have a good weekend. Take care, and put on. KD8OBA, back to net.
All right, well, good to hear you out there, and we don't want you to show up with any black and blue marks on your arm to any of the PCARS functions, so just take it easy. All right, this is K8BF. This is the PCARS Thursday night 2-meter net. Next check-in, please.
N8QE, Bob in Talmadge.
N8QE, Bob, we got you there from Talmadge. Good to hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening to you, Tom, and hi to Jenny and everybody else on the net. I, too, am enjoying this nice weather, and looks like I'm going to have to get on the tractor and cut grass tomorrow because it's finally come back and it's starting to grow. Other than that, probably see some of you there at the club site over the weekend because I'm planning on the California QSO party. Not sure about that. All right, back to you, Tom.
Thanks, Bob. We appreciate your check-in here tonight. And, I had my grandson mow our lawn last night, and that worked out pretty good. It was starting to get a little thick in some areas. It looks greener than it has pretty much all summer, so I'm pretty happy about that. All right, next check-in for the PCARS net. Please call K8BF.
KD8WCK, Rick in Shalersville.
KD8WCK. Go ahead, Rick.
Thanks for the net, Tom, and hello to Jenny. And I wanted to thank those who came to the Fifth Tuesday SIG. We had a great time, and we installed, we demoed a program called Morse Runner and one called QRQ. If anyone is a beginning CW enthusiast, someone who's interested but doesn't have skills, I highly recommend use those programs, which are both free downloads, and use a website called lcwo.net, learncwonline.net, and come on down to one of our Fifth Tuesdays because I think we're going to do this again. Our goal is to have our CW beginners practice using Morse Runner maybe 15 minutes a day. If you can practice 15 minutes a day for a couple of weeks, you'll find that you're having fun. I ran Morse Runner today for the first time since our SIG, and by golly, it was, you can set it to your slow speed if you're slow. But after a few minutes, I ran it for half an hour. After the first few minutes, it started to get a roll to it, and it's kind of fun. And if we do this, maybe we can get some more CW ops for the club station and have a lot of fun there and also on field day. So we're looking forward to our eyes open for the announcement for the next Fifth Tuesday SIG. KD8WCK, thank you, Tom.
All right, Rick. Hey, good advice there, and we'll have to consider maybe starting a CW slow net or a CW fast net, depending on where everybody fits into the scheme of things. When I was way back when studying to get my code speed up so I could go get my general ticket, and that's all I needed to do to upgrade was get the 13-word-a-minute code proficiency test done, which I did. Drove up to the FCC field office in Detroit to do that. But my partner, my ex-business partner, deceased ex-business partner, Mike and I got on the air almost every night from Kent I was living in Manaway at the time, from Manaway to Kent, and we sent code for probably about a half hour to an hour and a half every night. It was just an experience that we had that I'll never forget, and it built my speed up better than anything could do, just hearing it on the air and doing that part of it. So, you want to learn it, you want to use the tools that are available, but I would also say get on the air as soon as you can, because there's a lot of good QSOs to be had on the CW portion of the bands, and a lot of good people will slow down for you and do whatever you need to get it through. So appreciate that, Rick, and looking forward to it. All right, next check-in, please call K8BF.
KB8TUI, Mike in Ravenna.
KB8TUI, Mike, go ahead.
Hey, well, yeah, I was at the SIG group the other night. I thought it went pretty well. And I tried the Morse Runner, and, I got to work at it a bit. It's not exactly working the way I think it should work. I think I have to think of the way it should work. we'll get it. But I'll be at the QSO, California QSO, sometimes over the weekend, maybe more than once. And, oh yeah, hi to Jenny. Hello, Jenny. So back to Net, KB8TUY.
Yeah, that's back to me, Mike. But yeah, we got it. Appreciate the comments, and we'll probably see you sometime over the weekend, maybe here. All right, next check-in, please call K8BF.
NAWCP, Mike in Rootstown.
NAWCP, Mike. Saw you at the Ham Fest and had a good chat. Go ahead. This is KBF.
All right. Well, I will start off by saying hello to Jenny and good evening to Tom, and thanks for running the net. And yes, I think we had a very good conversation at the table there. Glad to see you were there repping the league. And it was a very good Ham Fest. The only thing I bought was a new pair of side cutters, but I really go there to have face-to-face contact with people I haven't seen in a long time, and got a chance to catch up with some people. And that really is the good social part of amateur radio and the Ham Fest. So had a good time, though. It was a great day. Weather was perfect. And I was teasing Greg earlier this week that he finally sold his nunchucks that had been on the table at least the past two Ham Fests. So glad that happened as well. Also spent some time working on the RIDI contest over the weekend, and ended up with just a little bit over 200 contacts, but I always enjoy working those RIDI contests. They are a lot of fun. And I will certainly find my way up to the club site this weekend. I'm hoping, studying right now for the extra class, and I might take a shot at the test. We'll figure that out tomorrow and get a hold of Parky if needed. One word of warning, if there's anybody going up there for an upgrade, you better have a copy of your official license in your hand right now, because you cannot get it from the SEC website right now, which is kind of unfortunate. But okay, other than that, everyone have a great evening, good weekend, and we'll catch everyone down the log, NAWCP.
All right, Mike. Hey, appreciate you checking in here tonight. And you made a comment about liking to get to the Ham Fest because it's good to see people and all that. My mind drifts back. When we started PCARS, one of the things that we did was on several occasions, and I'm sure there's some of you who will remember this, we all got together and either carpooled or caravanned or whatever, and went to visit other clubs. Maybe not every month we'd do one, but every now and then we'd just get a bunch of people go visit another club, and it was a way to kind of interact with other people and build some relationships. And that thought occurred to me last night. I was up at the Lake County Amateur Radio Association and had a good time with them. Lots of really interesting people, lots of good people to talk to. We had a great conversation. And, that's part of what I like the best about ham radio is I feel like, we're part of a community, and, we need to look for ways to get together. And I would like to see PCARS maybe doing something like that or orchestrating something like that. And I'd like to see other clubs doing it too. So I'm gonna start suggesting that as I move around here. But it's a good thing, and it's always a good thing to know who your friends are. So I appreciate those comments, Mike. All right, this is KBF, and this is the PCARS Thursday Night 2-meter net. Next check-in.
W8KNO, Joe and Hiram, Suffield.
All right, well, I've got W8KNO. Joe, we're going to go with you, and then we'll come back and get the station from, I believe it was Suffield.
Thank you, Tom, and good evening to Jenny. I think that was Dan or Doug that was following me. Just want to say 73 to everyone. Have a great time. I, too, played in the RIDI contest a little bit, but I don't have a rotor, and my antenna is pointed toward Phoenix. And I still got some contacts to Africa and Europe. So it was a good weekend, and if you don't have anything to do, get out or come on out and enjoy the California QSO party. We always get good contacts to there, and more than one band is open, so you'll enjoy yourself. With that, back to you, Tom. K8BF W8KNO.
All right, Joe. Good to hear you on here tonight, as always, and appreciate your comments. All right, was that Dan from Suffield, WD8DAU? Go ahead.
QSL, say hi to Jenny there, and hope Pebbles is doing okay, and hope to see you guys Saturday. So, WD8DAU.
All right, Dan. Well, hey, Jenny appreciates it and appreciates you remembering Pebbles, too. So she said good job. Yep, we love our Pebbles here. But, hey, good to hear you, Dan. And I didn't see you this morning, but I heard you. I was in there working pretty tough this morning, just too much to get done. So I'll say hi for this morning, too. All right, next check-in, please call K8BF.
ACAQG, Nick in Stowe.
ACAQG, Nick, good evening. How you doing, sir?
Well, good evening, Tom. Good evening, everybody on the net. Yeah, no, running around like a chicken with my head cut off, but had a minute, so threw the radio on, hoping to catch the end of the net. I'm glad I made it in before the end. Good to hear people's voices when I get the chance. It's been, like I said, a little bit crazy, but hoping to make it out for a little bit of the California QSO party this weekend with everybody, but also running around this weekend like a chicken with my head cut off. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah, hoping to get to see some of the club members in person a little bit more often here as we settle down into the fall. So yeah, with that, I'll turn it back to Ned. It's ACAQG clear.
All right, Nick. Hey, good to hear you in there, and glad you made the log here again. You know, I see all these logs because I'm keeping track of the 20th anniversary net certificate program. So you've missed a few. I'll give you that, but good to hear you back on here. Got anyone else from the family that wants to check in with you?
Well, they are. There's a possibility, but they're just getting home from some karate, so we'll see if I can snag them here before the end. I'll see what I can do. ACQG, back to net.
Hey, Ned. No pressure. I just want everyone to check into the net. That's all. All right. Next check-in that's out there, lurking around somewhere. Maybe you just haven't had the chance to check in yet. Please call K8BF now.
K8BF W8KFW, Carl Ravenna.
W8KFW, Carl from Ravenna. We got you, sir. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. I'm playing around here with a new acquired radio. I bought a 2-meter 440 radio off of Ken, and I'm just out over here checking it out, and I just want to let everybody know. If you want to meet me over at West Branch tomorrow, I'll be over there doing some FT8. Probably like around between 2 and 4 o'clock. But anyways, that's all I got over here. Looking forward to Saturday. I'll pop in there and see what everybody's up to, and just come in and say hello. And then we'll talk to you on Saturday. W8KFW. Back to that.
All right, Carl. Well, hey, we appreciate you, and the radio sounds good. So I think Ken OBA did right by you, and I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun with it, and have fun out there running some FT8 from the park on what's going to be a beautiful Friday afternoon. All right, anyone else that would like to check in, please call K8BF now.
88FQ, Ben in Stowe, in and out.
That's Alpha Delta 8. Give me that again, Ben. I know it's different.
Alpha Delta 8, Foxtrot, Quebec.
Okay, Alpha Delta 8, Foxtrot, Quebec. Appreciate you checking in. No comments at all?
I just got back from karate. I'm tired. 88FQ.
All right, well, you're probably a little tanked out from that, so very good. All right, next check-in, please call K8BF.
K8BF, this is Whiskey Alpha 8, Uniform Whiskey Victor, Doug in Talmadge.
WA8 Uniform Whiskey Victor. Doug, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Over to you.
I've been doing much radio stuff lately, so I turn it on once in a while. Listen to the station of HF. Anyway, yeah, we had a couple inches of water, last week. Anyway, after that happened, I noticed the grass had been turning brown, back on the other side of the creek. Was starting to turn green. Well, to further that, I ran a hose out there and sprinkler and watering it, and slowly I'm getting more green in the browned out section of grass out there. Grass, maybe it's more weeds than grass, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, our hot peppers are ripening slowly. Got some Carolina Reapers and Trinidad Scorpions, Ghost Peppers, along with the jalapenos and serranos, my older ones. But I get a kick out of drying those and grinding them up and putting them in birdseed. Why watch a squirrel go nuts and me try to take a bite of it? Anyway, back to that. Everybody have a good evening. Oh, and hi, Jenny.
Hi, Doug. Yep. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head that, it just takes a little water and that stuff greens up pretty good. And I think some of the peppers, they don't mind the dryness, and they'll build up some heat during that. But I'm not much one for overly hot foods at all, so I'm not really a fan of the peppers. But I know some people who are. All right, appreciate you checking in here tonight. And we've, including net control, we've got 25 on the list, so that's doing pretty well. But I'm pretty sure that there's a few more folks lurking around outside there. I heard NR8W earlier, but I haven't heard him check in, so he could be a check-in yet if he wanted to be, and so could anyone else that's out there listening. So please call K8BF now.
Alpha Delta 8, India Romeo, Agnes in Stowe, in and out.
88IR, Agnes, we've got you. Jennifer said to say hi to you, and so we'll let it go at that. But thanks for checking in here tonight. Anyone else, please call K8BF now.
This is KE8EGF, Paul from Ravenna.
KE8EGF, Paul, is that Kilo Echo? Did I get that right?
That's correct, Kilo Echo.
You got any comments for us, Paul?
Yeah, I have a few. I was at the fifth, I guess it's the fifth Tuesday event with Rick, and I heard Mike on here too talking about it. But so they did some demos of the Morris Runner, and it seemed pretty interesting in terms of picking up different CQ or CW type transmission. So that's a really confusing thing to talk about.
up a little noise there on the end, Paul, but got the gist of having fun with the Morse runner and getting the CW skills built up, which is a good thing. And it's interesting how actually it's probably as popular, or maybe even more popular today than it was back in the day. It seemed like when you had to do it, nobody wanted to, and now that you don't have to, it's kind of quaint, and everybody is interested in it. So that's kind of an interesting thing. So appreciate you checking in, Paul, and good to hear from you. This is K8BF. Anyone else out there that would like to check in, please call now.
Foxtrot 8, Alpha Delta, Quebec, Joe in Brimfield Township.
Okay, Joe, Alpha Foxtrot 8, Delta, Quebec. Did I get that right?
Yeah, Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha Delta, Quebec.
Okay, I wasn't even close, but I had some of the letters right. Go ahead, Joe. Any comments?
KF880Q. Yeah, I finally got the mobile install in my car complete. Tied it off with added a 40 amp relay dedicated to my radio directly off of my 12 volt battery. So now my radio turns on and off with the car. So I don't have to worry about leaving the radio on and killing the battery. And ended up going with a diamond antenna NMO mount, but it's I forget what's in it. It doesn't require the car to be the ground plane. I was a little worried about because it's I'm using a Prius with all the different electrical noise in the car itself, and the car being mostly plastic. How much of a ground plane I would get out of the car. So after some research, I discovered that there are some NMO mount antennas that are ground plane independent. I think they have some form of extra coil or capacitor or something in the base of them that allows them to operate without utilizing the car as a ground plane. So I got that yesterday, so I don't have a lot of experience with it yet. But in the little bit of traffic, I listened to the barometer net this morning on it, and that came through pretty clear, but I haven't actually made any contacts or actually tried talking on the radio yet, so I'll have to try that out in the next day or two and see how things go. But got everything mounted up and in the car, and so now I got my own mobile rig. So I'll say KF880Q, back to net.
Joe, well, hey, you know what? There's lots of alternatives for all kinds of cars, except mine. It seems like today. I've got this Mazda CX-5, and I've looked at it from every angle, and I can get an antenna on it, and I can get power to a radio, but I cannot find a place anywhere in there to actually mount the radio without doing something permanent. And since my car's a leased car that's got to go back, I don't want to do anything too drastic. So I thought I was hot on the trail of a radio that would that I could mount in the trunk and then just use Bluetooth to a Bluetooth mic that came with it, but it doesn't really have all the features I need, so it isn't going to work. Anyhow, it's always a challenge trying to find the best way to mount a radio in a vehicle, and it sounds like you came up with a winner. Let us know next week how it works out for you. Appreciate you checking in here tonight. This is the K8BF PCARS 2-meter net. Anyone else that would like to check in, please call now. Anyone, anywhere. This is K8BF looking for some more check-ins to the PCARS Thursday night 2-meter net. Please give me a call. This is K8BF. All right, well, nothing further heard. I want to thank everybody who did check in here tonight. I got to tell you, as a net control operator, it's always more fun when you get lots of check-ins. So I appreciate you guys being out there and checking in. And I'll probably hang around here for another couple of minutes if someone else decides that they want to check in. But other than that, I'll go ahead and close the repeater or close the net, and I'll thank the K8IV repeater owner for allowing us to use the repeater system for the PCARS net. I'll now turn the repeater back to regular amateur use. 73 to everybody. Hope to hear you on the air again soon. K8BF is clear, and this is also WB8LCD. I'll be clear, and like I said, listening for a couple of more minutes. 7-3, all.
K8BF and the group WB2RPW, just for a quick recheck, Tom, to say hello to Jenny, and I hope Pebbles is okay over there. WB2RPW.
All right, Gary. Hey, like I said, it creates a smile, so we appreciate that, and Pebbles loves it too. So, and she's doing fine. We've all had our own little missteps here recently. Pebbles wasn't feeling good for a few days there, but she's kind of got over it. A couple of weeks ago, I tore a muscle and a tendon in the back of my calf and my leg, so I'm still limping around because of that, but getting better. So it's all working out. But appreciate you checking in, and good to hear from you, Gary. 7-3, WB8LCD.
WB8LCD, WB2RPW, clear. Take care, Tom, and see you next week, and I'm on the air for a California QSO party. Thanks, talk to you later. WB.
7-3, Gary, WB8LCD.
F880Q to WBLCD.
KF880Q, go ahead, Joe.
On your radio mount, if I can make a recommendation on Lido mounts, that's what I end up using. I've got it mounts to the seat bolt of your passenger seat. So you loosen up the bolt for your passenger seat. It's got like a fork that slides in and a flexible stock. I paired that with a Yaesu FTM 500. But any radio where you can remotely mount the head. So the head's in the front. My radio is in the back. The 12-volt battery in a Prius is in the back. So I've got the radio itself mounted next to the spare tire in the back of the car with the 12-volt battery and all the wiring. And then I just have an Ethernet cable that runs to the front. And so with that Lido mount, you just loosen the bolt, you slide the fork in, tighten the bolt down. I don't see any reason you can do that on the leased vehicle without making any holes.
Right, well, I appreciate that. I've actually got one sitting in the basement here. That's what I've used in the past couple of cars that I've had. And the past couple of cars that I have had have been sedans, so they sat a little bit lower, and the way you sit in them, your feet go out a little bit further in front of you. Well, this Mazda, while it's a nice vehicle to ride around in, the ergonomics on it are very different, and the cockpit and the passenger side are pretty tight. And one of the things I didn't like about that is everybody who got in the passenger side of my car ended up kicking it or kneeing it or bouncing it around a little bit, and it just wasn't like I would like it to be, which is out of the way. So in the car that I'm in now, the seats kind of sit forward a little bit, and when it comes right up, it's like it's not really in front of you. There's no way to make it so that it's in front of you. So I could use it, but it wouldn't be ideal. I carry a handy talkie sometimes if I think I'm going to need to get on the air. And who knows? I'll mount it in one of the other vehicles or do something like that with it. But I was really hoping that this Bluetooth radio was going to work out, but I nixed that deal because it just didn't seem to function the way I had envisioned that it could. And I don't know why someone doesn't come out with that, because it was really a cool idea to just mount the whole thing in the trunk and just have a remote microphone that had all the controls in it. But no, they don't want to give us that.
That's unfortunate. I'm trying to think who made it. I did see a review on a radio that you have the remote radio and all the programming and screen is in the mic. I'm trying to think who makes that right now. I'm like, that might be an option also. So you don't have a head unit really. You just have a mic that you could tuck in. But off the top of my head, I can't remember. I know it's it had an older version that you had to program with your phone, but this is they just released a newer version where the mic has programming capable, or all the buttons on it, so you don't necessarily have to use your phone. But I don't remember the name of the company. I'm trying to look at it for right now.
I believe that was an Anytone radio, and I don't know, I read a couple of reviews, and I talked to a couple of people who said they owned them, and they just didn't like the way the radio worked. It was not very selective. It would pick up a lot of adjacent channel interference, and for the price of that thing, it just didn't sound like it was the right solution for me. It's pretty close to on track to what I'd like to have, but it had all the operating functions that I would like to have, but apparently it just wasn't as good a radio as I would like to have. So I passed on that because, again, it was not a cheap radio, and as Jenny says over here, I'm picky.
DK.
Go ahead, Rick.
Thanks for letting me barge in. I had a Vero Telecom. It was a rather inexpensive radio, and I'm not sure I would recommend it. I had one, and it kind of quit working, but I had liked it so much that I bought another one. And then the second one had flaky operation. And this is one where you did all the work on your cell phone. The radio could be anywhere, and it had a Bluetooth mic. I could walk around the house when I had it in the shack. I could walk all around the house and talk. But I don't really think it's ready for prime time. I think we need what you're saying. We need to have a radio that just has a Bluetooth mic, and for some reason we're not getting that. Back to you guys. Good to hear you both talking. K8BF.
All right, thanks, Rick. Yeah, it's something that would be neat and would solve a lot of issues for a lot of people mounting radios. But you got to have the control features on the mic that would run on Bluetooth also, and that's what would make it work. So again, it all comes down to numbers, and if we had double, triple, or quadruple the number of hams in the U.S. demanding things like that, we'd get exactly what we wanted, I'm pretty sure. Back to you, Joe.
Ironically, the Vero is the unit I was talking about. They actually just released a new version of the unit that was just referenced. It's their VR-N7600. It is an updated version of the radio that was just referenced, but now the mic has a screen and all the buttons into it. So while you can still program it with your phone and you still supports a Bluetooth mic, it has a wired mic with a screen and all that functionality. So it is nice to know someone's tried it. I don't know if this one is more reliable than the old one, but they did release a newer version. So yeah, there is that may be an option. I guess wait a little bit and see if people respond, if it's reliable or not. But that might be a unit to look into. As I said, it's the VR-N7600.
I've got that marked down, VRN7600. And, hey, yeah, again, if something comes out and it looks like it's what we want, then I don't mind spending money. It's just if I'm gonna spend the money, I want it to work as advertised, so to speak. So, anyhow, I got someone over here running their own embargo on Chinese products. So, anyhow, all right, guys. Well, hey, I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and close up shop here for tonight, and probably wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning like usual and start the day all over again. So, 7-3. Appreciate talking to you, Joe, and glad you checked in there. And I'm glad you got your set all set up. So, good deal. 7-3. This is WB8LCD. I'll be clear and listening for your final.
NRAW.
NR8W, this is WB8LCD. Would you like me to open up the net, log you in, and then close up the net again?
Oh, if you would, please. I burned up my radio. I kept trying to reprogram it, and I couldn't get back to you. So, yes, please.
Nah, I'm still here. So I actually said that I would hang around a little bit because there's always people like to chat after the net, and there's always one or two that I fell asleep. That's me, and or just missed it. So hang around and try to get as many people in here. And I heard you on earlier, so I knew that you were out there somewhere. And I knew that you're doing pretty well on this 20 for 20, so I didn't want to count you out. Back to you.
Well, thanks, Tom. I really appreciate that. We spent some time upstate New York with Nancy's family. And she had a cousin die of cancer here yesterday, so it's been kind of hectic.
You were talking about that at Net Night last week, so sorry to hear that. But all right, well, hey, we got you in, and once again, I'm going to check out because I'm ready to go. And when I'm ready to go, that means that I'm probably going to doze off here shortly. So I'll say 7-3 and give our condolences to Nancy and her family, and talk to you soon. WB8LCD.
Okie dokie, Tom. Thank you. And, oh, God, for God's sake, hi, Jenny. If you're still listening, that's about it. 73, and I'll be clear.
All right, Russ, all smiles here. 7-3, WB8LCD. Joe, if you're still out there, 7-3, and we'll look for you again next time. I appreciate the comments.
Yep, always good to chat. So I'll say K8BF 73, and I am clear.